We accidentally disappeared again.
Dang it, we keep doing that.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
And we didn't record last week.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
We fully intended to.
We did, and then it didn't happen Monday because I had a dinner to go to, and Tuesday was my birthday, and we just didn't record that day.
No,
and then the week just left, and now it's Monday
and
again.
then suddenly it was Saturday, and we're like, wait.
Yeah.
We never did that, huh?
Yeah. So here we are, and it's Monday.
Monday,
and we're
again.
back, and I'm a year older now.
Day. She has joined the club of being 27, not the 27.
I was gonna say, where are you going with that?
No. I am also in the club of being 27.
You're gonna shoot me up with some drugs?
I shall not ever do that.
Well,
unless you needed it for some life-threatening reason.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you'll administer my doses if I need it to save my life.
I got you, girl.
All right. I'm glad for that. I don't know where this has gone.
Nope.
Ugh, if
I
you
was
don't
just trying to say happy birthday.
Yeah. And now we're talking about injecting me with drugs.
If you needed them.
Yeah.
Not just any old drugs.
No. Necessary drugs.
Necessary
Needed drugs.
Anyway, we're a hockey podcast.
We are, and if you don't know where to follow us by now, I mean, just check the show notes. It's in there. Or go listen to the last episode, because I say it at the beginning of that one, too.
Yeah.
And the other
beginning of all of them.
31 before that. This is 33.
Before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. We took a week off, and now I don't know how to start these things anymore.
Well, to be fair, you don't have the notes open.
I don't.
We're just watching our voices.
We are. In audition. Just bloop, bloop, bloop. There's just little green lines go. Oh,
ooh, look at that big one.
Jesus Lord. We're recording a little later than we usually do, too. Oh, boy.
We're setting ourselves up for prime podcast.
Totally. Hopefully this isn't the first episode you're listening to.
Oh, start from the beginning.
Do
it.
Oh, boy.
Listen to all of them.
I suppose.
In one sitting.
I don't think that's possible.
Never sleep.
It'd be more than a day.
Just stay awake
more
and
than
listen
a day.
to our wonderful voices.
I would be tired of listening to me after that long.
Yes.
Don't do that.
I don't like to listen to me to begin with.
Break it up in chunks.
Oh, you said the word.
Chunks?
Yeah.
You know, chunks of our voice? No?
I don't like that.
You don't like chunks of our voices?
I don't like chunks of anything.
No? No chunks?
I mean, pineapple chunks are pretty good, but I wish they weren't called that.
Only chunks of pineapple?
I wish they were not called no, they can be called pineapple.
They can't be called pineapple now? Jeez, you're getting demanding.
I'm very picky about this.
Ugh.
I just don't like the word chunk, okay?
Well, don't say it then.
I won't from now on.
For the rest of eternity?
Hopefully.
I don't believe you.
Anyway, like I said, we're a hockey podcast.
I think so. Maybe we're a pineapple chunky podcast.
Come on now.
A pineapple bits.
Also bits. Okay, I'll take that.
Chunky bits?
No.
No chunky bits?
If you like peanut butter any way but creamy, you're wrong.
I mean, yeah.
Glad we can agree on that.
I'll eat a chunky peanut butter.
Ew. No, thank you.
It's not my preferred method of peanut butter consumption, but I'll eat it. Not. I just like peanut butter.
Creamy or bust.
They have some chunky peanut butter in like candy bars.
Yeah, but I feel like candy bars are different.
Why?
Because it's not just straight peanut butter. Like you can eat a Snickers. They got peanuts in there.
They do. And if you get a peanut butter Snickers,
you'll have both.
You will.
But it's not wrong that way.
Well, what if you eat chunky peanut butter in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
No, that's wrong. You shouldn't.
But it's not just peanut butter.
Don't put peanuts on your sandwiches. That's weird. Peanut butter only.
What if you don't have peanut butter, you just have peanuts?
That's just wrong.
What if you eat a sandwich?
Grape and just straight grapes and peanuts?
Yeah.
Folded up in some bread?
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's a raw peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I need to try it now.
Ew.
Huh.
How did we get here?
That's what I'm gonna make you for dinner next time
Just
you're here.
grapes and peanut sandwiches?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, what if you had a jelly and peanut sandwich? At least you don't have a raw grape.
Fair.
You at least got a mashed and sugared and a lot of other crap grape.
Processed.
Yeah. The inside of grapes aren't purple.
Jelly.
Or that.
You don't peel a grape and you got jelly.
No.
That's not how that works.
No.
They also don't make chunky jelly.
Would that be a jam?
Maybe. What's the difference between jam and jelly?
Chunks.
It's not a seed thing, right? Because you can have seeded jelly, right?
Why would you want seeded jelly?
I'm not saying you should. I'm just
Why
saying...
would you want seeds in your jelly or your jam? That's like getting pulp in your orange juice.
Ew. Why do you want to have to chew your juice, you nasty people?
I mean, you can swallow pulp.
Ew, but... no!
No?
No.
Oh, what if you had...
Oh, come on.
What if you had a chunky peanut butter sandwich with some pulpy orange
That
juice?
sounds repulsive.
I don't typically mix peanut butter and orange juice anyways, but those are two
you
very
can have,
different
like,
flavors.
Peanut butter toast for breakfast with a glass of orange juice?
You could, but I wouldn't.
I'm just saying it sounds not terrible.
I would have coffee.
Well, yes.
Coffee and peanut butter is good.
It is.
It's almost like chocolate and peanut butter.
Almost.
But not.
Not quite.
But if you have chocolate and peanut butter and coffee,
then you're really living
then
the
you're
life.
rocking. Yeah. Or some Nutella.
Ooh.
What about Nutella with a chunky peanut butter? Then
Okay,
it's kind of
see,
like a
then
candy bar.
Right, then we're sliding into gray territory.
Yeah, if you
like,
put it on a cracker, it's kind of like a nougat. Like a crunchy nougat, like if you left it out too long.
I don't think that's comparable.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes there's a crunchy
but like
nougat.
with the Nutella and the chunky peanut butter, you're definitely
You're almost at a Snickers.
That's what I'm saying. You're going into some territory
You're at a
where
hazelnut
the chocolate
Snickers.
is like a hazelnut, huh?
Yeah.
Gotta love them hazelnuts.
I like the hazelnuts. Do we talk about hockey on this podcast?
I think we're
a food podcast now. A chunky peanut butter podcast.
Chunky pineapple peanut butter
Podcast.
Pizza.
Yeah, like you said pineapple, so my head went
Does
to
pineapple
pizza.
go on pizza?
No.
Excuse me.
What?
Incorrect.
Oh, what if you had a pizza, like pizza dough,
okay,
with some chunky peanut butter on it,
and
then some pineapple on top?
I don't know about peanut butter pineapple.
No?
I mean, I've never tried it.
Me either.
I don't know
That's
if
the
that
way-
would work or not.
Okay, what if you did... Have you had chocolate-covered pineapple?
I feel like at some point, yes, probably in like an edible arrangement or something.
Yeah, so what if you had a pizza crust
Okay.
with Nutella from the hazelnuts
Hazelnuts Nutella.
and some chunky peanut butter and some pineapple chunks?
See, you throw that pineapple on there and I'm just not sure.
See? That's how I feel about pineapple
come
on
on
pizza.
now. No, see, if you got the marinara and the cheese,
Uh-huh.
well, not marinara, but the pizza sauce, they are different. I did work at a pizza place.
What's the difference? Is it in the seeds?
Should it
Like
might
a
be.
jelly and a jam?
Yes, marinara is the jam of pizza sauces.
Is it? Is it chunky?
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh.
I got some tomato chunks up in there.
Is pizza sauce just not chunky?
It's the jelly of.
Okay, so pizza sauce is the jelly and marinara sauce is the jam. It is made out of fruit. It is a
We
tomato.
sound like we are very high right
We
now.
do, and neither
of us partake.
No. I'm just drinking coffee.
I got some water here.
At 9 o'clock at night.
I feel like that sometimes.
It do. I don't know what's happening. We're like 10 minutes in.
Damn, we haven't even
talked about chunky peanuts.
And we didn't give the proper intro. Oh man, what's Rockford Buzz?
I don't know. My job.
Mention the batshit stuff.
Oh yeah, so if you live in the Rockford region, we launched a quest to 15K, and it's our batshit crazy idea that if we hit 15,000 followers on Instagram and 15,000 likes on Facebook, which we're a lot closer to, that's why I had to add in the Instagram, and we hit it by August 1st, we're gonna do a 15-hour live stream.
Goddamn.
Yeah, that's the batshit crazy part. So we named it Operation Batshit Crazy. But it's bleeped on our social media because we are a family-friendly network.
Super family-friendly.
Yeah. So, if you live in or around Rockford or are interested in what goes on here and want to see my face, you can search Rockford Buzz on Facebook or at The Rockford Buzz on Instagram.
Ooh. Do it.
Yeah, and then tell your friends to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
all of them.
because we want to get to 15K, and every 1,000 milestone, we're going to do something crazy. So, yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get to it.
If I'm plugging the Buzz social media, I feel like I have to plug ours. We're at, what is it? VF Center Ice Pod on Twitter?
Yes.
And From Center Ice Pod on Instagram?
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah, and then email us
at
vfcenterice
at Gmail. Yeah, the only emails we ever get are Libsyn saying that they charged us money. So how about you put some good news in there?
Or tell us how we suck.
Or I mean, you could totally do
man.
that. Tell us your opinion on peanut butter.
Also that.
Do you
what
like
kind of
chunky?
Peanut butter do you like? Should people say the word chunk? I say no.
What about some moist chunks?
That's the worst.
Some moist, chunky peanut butter.
Please stop. Ew. No mouth sounds.
No, this isn't an ASMR podcast.
Oh, God, no. I will have to drop out of that.
Oh. What if you made the ASMR and didn't have to hear it?
I feel like I could do that much more easily.
Because it's totally different.
Absolutely.
Because you wouldn't be able to hear what you're doing because it's all about the microphone and where you put them.
Yeah, I could totally make it. I just can't listen to it. It makes my gag reflex feel like acting up.
Control your uvula.
It's been removed and replaced.
Yeah, and you swallowed it.
I had to. It was laying on my tongue.
Nope. Gross. It's like a...
We don't need to talk
piece
about
of chunky
this.
peanut butter.
Please
just
stop.
Chilling on the back of your tongue.
What happened in hockey world this past couple weeks?
I like ASMR.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you.
It's
but
calming.
I cannot. It's not.
It is. I like the head scratching ones.
I like when people scratch my head.
No, that's different. I don't have somebody to scratch my head here, so I have to listen to it in my speakers.
No, this is different. Very different.
I have to listen to weird people on the internet scratching styrofoam heads.
No.
Because nobody is in my home to scratch my head.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
The ones that are weird are like the role-playing ones.
Role-playing ones?
Yeah.
See, no, I avoid ASMR at all costs because I hate it.
It's so awkward. So I was just watching like the regular ones, and then I was clicking around on YouTube, and they have role-playing ASMR. So these people will talk to you like you're a client at a hair salon or something.
Oh, no!
It's so awkward. It took me out of it immediately. I was like, I can't take this seriously. This is just creepy because they're super close to the camera. Yeah,
yikes,
those
big yikes.
Those I can't do.
No.
The ones I really like are like markers drawing.
Okay.
Or markers on dry erase boards.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice. Markers are good.
I like to draw with markers.
You can give yourself your own tingles then.
Guess that's the case. Sure.
Do you get the tingles when you color with markers?
Not typically.
Oh, well, you're not doing it correctly.
I just like to color.
I just watch other people color and get tingly.
Okay, well, congrats on
your tingles. It really is a weird thing. Like, why is that a thing that your brain does?
I don't know. I get tingles from good music, but, like, I've never gotten it.
I'm not really a fan of the whispering, but like the drawing noises.
Mouth sounds.
Some of them are really bad with it, and it's really saliva-y. Yeah, like that.
Gross.
But some of them do it correctly, and it's just...
How do you correctly ASMR sound?
Without a wet mouth.
You like dry mouths?
Well...
How dry do you like it?
I don't know how to answer that. As long as it doesn't sound like their mouth is wet.
I'm sorry.
You want to talk about hockey?
Please.
Okay. There were some tweets that I saw after I took all of our notes for today, so I'm going to read those first.
Do it.
So, the first one was the LA Kings traded Tyler Toffoli to the Vancouver Canucks.
I saw that while I was waiting to come here.
Yeah. That was interesting. Vancouver sent back Tim Schaller and Tyler somebody. I don't remember his last name, but he's a prospect and apparently a very good prospect. Okay. So Bim Jennings is at it again. And got Tyler Toffoli, who is a good player. I'm just not quite sure what's going on there. But then there was injury news. Brock Besser's injured for another week or two.
Yeah, didn't they say they were going to reevaluate in like 3 weeks?
Was it 3?
I thought.
Okay. I feel like I've been seeing so much injury news lately that I'm getting them all confused. And then there was somebody else on the Canucks that was injured, but I can't remember who it is. So I guess it makes sense that they would get a forward. But then people were saying Besser needs a winger, and that's why they got Toffoli, and now Besser's injured. So,
whoops.
I don't know. Vancouver can't figure out what the hell they're doing ever. And we'll see how that goes. And in Buffalo Sabres news, and that dumpster fire of an organization this season, they suspended Zach Bogosian for failure to report to the Rochester Americans because he was sent down on waivers.
He's been having injury issues with, like, his hip or something, hasn't he?
Has he?
I thought he's been in and out of the lineup because of that.
Was it because of injuries or just because he sucks?
I mean, it could be a bit of both.
Huh.
Maybe he sucks because of injuries.
Maybe. That's very possible. I don't know, but he's suspended. So.
Is that the same situation as, like, Jordan Tutu from a couple years ago?
Probably. Just when he failed to come to Rockford.
To report, yeah.
Even though he was here, he just didn't want to play.
Right.
It was very odd.
Strange. And then he retired.
Yeah. Very odd
cool.
situation.
Good for him. He did it for good reasons.
I guess.
It was just odd that he came here and just didn't play.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It was.
Sure.
And then there's more American League rumors. So David Pagnotta, I don't know, of the fourth period, said some AHL-related news. Hearing Colorado Springs is in the process of securing an AHL franchise via relocation of a current club. It's possible they could play out of the Broadmoor World Arena, which holds 7,750 for hockey. Timeline unclear, but could happen for fall 2021 or 2022.
Wait, so what about the Colorado Eagles? Would that be the relocation?
No. That was my first thought, but then people were saying no, and then the rumor was the Stockton Heat.
Okay, so
Calgary's
they're gonna have 2 AHL teams in Colorado?
I guess.
Where do the Eagles play, do you know?
Love something. Loveland?
Loveland? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like the Wolves and IceHogs.
Yeah, like an hour apart?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know, as long as they don't touch the piggies.
Yeah,
whatever.
No, just leave us alone and we're good.
You can
I
take
don't care
Stockton.
who else you got.
Go for it.
Stockton's all the way in California, right?
I think so.
I've got a branch in Stockton, California that
I believe so.
Take care of that,
yeah.
If that's the same Stockton.
Mm-hmm. They must not want that many AHL teams in California since Palm Springs
Stockton isn't the greatest area, so...
Oh. Well, maybe that's why they might move to Colorado Springs.
Possible.
It's possible.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. I feel like there was other news that popped up after that, and I just don't have it here, so maybe we'll see it next week.
All right.
So, since we haven't recorded in 2 weeks, these tweets kind of go a ways back, so we're at February 5th, because we last recorded on the 3rd.
Okay, so this is like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Full 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Pride Tape, if you're not familiar with Pride Tape, it's what hockey players use during Pride nights, and it's rainbow-colored tape that you put around your stick.
Beautiful.
Yeah. They tweeted out on February 5th, "Thank you, Indie Fuel, for your always incredible support with your You Can Play Pride game. Fun fact, the Fuel was the first ECHL hockey team to rock the Pride tape 4 years ago, and we are forever grateful for their support.
Hell yeah.
And it warmed my little heart, because that's our ECHL team. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good job, guys.
Thanks,
our organization finally gets some good news.
Now let's bring that up to the AHL level.
Yeah!
We need a Pride night, man.
We do. And it's been so long since we recorded, we missed out on this, too. Also on the 5th. The Maple Leafs have acquired goaltender Jack Campbell and forward Kyle Clifford from the Los Angeles Kings in exchange for forward Trevor Moore, Columbus's third-round pick in the 2020 NHL draft, and a conditional third-round pick in 2021.
He's been killing it.
Yeah. That was what they needed, because Hutch just wasn't cutting it as the backup.
Being a great backup.
Yeah.
No.
I feel bad for him, but at the end of the day, it's really up to him to get his game back together, and it just...
I mean, Freddie's been struggling too, though.
Yeah, he has.
Ugh.
I mean, but playing behind that Leafs defense, without Morgan Riley still.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, at least Jake Muzzin's back, but still without Riley.
It's like every time somebody comes back, somebody else
I
gets
know,
hurt.
it really is.
They can't catch a break.
Speaking of that, they did catch a break, because on February 6th,
oh no!
Kyle Dubas said that Cody Ceci suffered an ankle injury. Sounds like the dreaded high ankle sprain, which will be reevaluated in a month.
Oh,
that was tweeted by Darren Dreger.
Ceci.
So, Toronto Maple Leafs fans can finally rejoice because they do not have Cody Ceci on their roster. But it's because of injury.
Which
and you never want to see that.
As the person, that sucks.
But he is not in the lineup.
And we will leave it at that.
Yes. And then speaking of suspended players, we circle back around to Dustin Byfuglien.
Okay.
And the captain of the Winnipeg Jets was asked about people who are portraying Dustin Byfuglien as a villain in this situation, which was...
Because he's still just not playing, right?
Yes.
He hasn't played this season?
Correct.
Okay.
So this was Blake Wheeler's quote about Buff. In pro sports, there's so much tied into wins and losses and production. It's a business. I think what gets lost sometimes is the human element. And Buff's a person. He's no different than anyone else. Nobody will probably know everything that he's played through and the things that he's gone through to go to work every day for this organization and this city. He's probably the most popular player ever in the history of our franchise for those things. How hard he played and the physicality. I think that gets lost sometimes. He's a guy. He's a good person. He's got 3 young kids. He did it as hard as he could for as long as he could, and if he doesn't have it, if he doesn't feel like he has it anymore and wants to focus his attention elsewhere on his family, let it be at that. I don't think that makes him a villain. It might have set the team back a little bit this year and put us in a tough spot, there's no question there. But he's a guy. I think overall people will get to that point. Once it's all said and done, and maybe the bad taste of that goes away, people will wake up and say, man, Buff was one of the great ones for this organization.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad he came out and said that, honestly.
Me too.
Because I haven't heard a whole lot about Buff lately, but I know that when it first came out that he wasn't going to play at the beginning of the season, people were like, well, is he hurt? Or what's the issue?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
And then there
Why
was
isn't he playing?
Yeah, then there was the weird thing with, like, he passed the physical, but then he had the injury from hockey.
Right.
But it didn't show up on the physical or something like that. I don't know. It was
weird.
It was very weird.
Either way, let the man do what he needs to do for himself.
Seriously. Good on his captain for speaking up.
Yes.
And then we go down to Columbus and goalie Elvis. This was tweeted on February 7th. So, Elvis Merzlikins. I don't know how you say his name. I'm sorry, goalie Elvis. 5 shutouts in his past 8 games.
Goddamn.
And I know he's lost since then, but again, this was February 7th.
Right.
Anyways, 5 shutouts in his past 8 games. Sergei Bobrovsky, Freddie Anderson, John Gibson, Jordan Binnington, Jacob Markstrom, Robin Lehner, and Braden Holtby. 5 shutouts combined.
Holy shit. Season.
Yeah. So goalie Elvis is doing work in Columbus.
Uh-huh. Goalie Elvis who could not catch a win for the first 2-3 months of the season.
Yeah. And now he's just
killing it.
Yep. Oh gosh. We have more RFA news.
Okay.
So Bob McKenzie tweeted out, Edmonton and pending RFA Darnell Nurse are finalizing a 2-year contract extension with an expected AAV at a shade higher than $5.5 million. And that was on February 9th, so they got that contract done. So there's another one off the board for this summer.
Woo!
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the contracts we had talked about when they re-signed Cassie. And we were like, well, they have to sign Nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So they made it work out somehow.
Good for them.
I don't know what their cap situation is going to look like going into next season. That'll be interesting. But now Leon Draisaitl's, like, taken the reins since McDavid's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Crosby-Malkin situation.
Right, yeah. Look, I'm the captain now.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, gosh. And then we go a little bit south in the Western Conference down to Colorado. This was also tweeted on February 9th by Austin Manick? Manick. Yeah.
Sure.
Cale Makar is pacing toward the 4th highest rookie point total for defense in NHL history.
Ooh.
Number 1 was Larry Murphy with 76, 2 Brian Leetch with 71, 3 Gary Suter with 68, and Cale Makar, who was on pace for 67.4.
Damn.
If Makar didn't miss 8 games, we're on Murphy watch. Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Kid is killing
It's just ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure he went, like, 4th overall in the
Something
draft.
like that.
Something dumb.
Yeah. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Go Cal.
Colorado's just stacked with young kids. It's stupid.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. And then we shoot back up to Toronto, and Kristen Shilton has a quote from Jack Campbell about Freddie Anderson. Jack Campbell getting acquainted with Frederick Anderson. What a great guy. We went to dinner last night and we had a really nice time. I've heard through the grapevine how nice a guy he is, so it's nice to finally be on the same side.
Aww.
And I just thought that was nice little warm and fuzzies coming
so
out of Toronto.
sweet.
There haven't been many warm and fuzzies coming from Toronto this season. So
it's kind of been cold and hard there.
ooh, yeah. It's real cold up in Toronto. That Canada cold is really...
They took it a little seriously.
They did.
But this is warm and fuzzy. So
yes, warm and fuzzies.
Beautiful.
Good feels about the Maple Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, speaking of Pittsburgh, they got even more obnoxious. So, Jason Zucker was traded to the Penguins by the Wild for Alex Galchenyuk, defenseman prospect Kalen Addison, and a first-round pick in the 2020 NHL Draft or 2021 NHL Draft. I'm not sure what
was that conditional or...
I think so. Maybe it's lottery protected?
Maybe.
But I believe Pittsburgh is in a playoff spot currently. But why not lottery protected if you can?
Right.
The forward has 14 goals and 15 assists in 45 games for Minnesota this season.
Zucker.
And I saw this and I was conflicted. On one hand, I was happy because Zucker always scores against the Hawks when they play Minnesota.
Yes, he does.
But then I was like, this is annoying. Pittsburgh just gets another good player. And then I was like, how has Galchenyuk really not broken out anywhere he's been? So he was drafted by Montreal, traded to Arizona, traded to Pittsburgh, now traded to Minnesota, and he was supposed to be this really great talent, and he just can't find his game anywhere. It's so confusing. He came over in the Phil Kessel trade.
Ah, right.
Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yep.
did.
So, like I said, Zucker in 45 games with the Wild had 14 goals and 15 assists for 29 points. In 3 games with Pittsburgh so far, he has 2 goals and 1 assist.
All right.
Point per game.
Yeah. Good for him. Yeesh.
On the flip side, Galchenyuk in Pittsburgh, 45 games played, 5 goals and 12 assists.
Oof.
And for Minnesota so far, 3 games played, 0 points.
Ooh.
Yes. And I had no idea who Kalen Addison was, so I had to look it up. He is a defensive prospect, and he's playing for the Lethbridge Hurricanes of the WHL.
Okay.
And in 41 games, he has 10 goals and 35 assists.
Damn.
So 45 points in 41 games as a defenseman in the WHL.
Pretty damn close to an assist a game.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's good.
They may have gotten a good defensive prospect, which is really annoying, although I don't know which team would be more annoying to have a good prospect, because I don't like either team.
No, both of them are not good.
Yeah.
teams.
At least I believe Minnesota will be bad longer, so
yeah.
they have to have some good players on their team, or else they're just going to get relegated to the American League or something. Yeah. And then...
Oh my god, this was so long ago.
It was. But it was on my birthday.
It was.
And if you know anything about me, I love mass chaos in the hockey world.
Watch the world burn.
Yes.
Set it ablaze.
And on my birthday, mass chaos was what I got.
Yeah.
So, tweeted by Kat Silverman.
Friend of the show.
Yes. She was on one of the early episodes. Go check it out. She said, the Panthers accidentally sent 5 defenders out on their first shift, and 2 of them are playing forward, and yet some of you are still going to blame Sergei Bobrovsky's numbers this season on the $100 bills he has stuffed in his pads from his contract. How do you send out 5 defensemen accidentally? How do they not look at each other and go, wait a second?
You have to know. Like, hello?
Yeah.
You play a specific role here.
Right.
The first shift of the game and you just send out all defensemen.
So they sent out 5. 2 of them were playing forward. So there were 3 playing defense? Like,
how does this work?
What is happening?
I need to see that shift.
Me too. But
visually.
It is mass chaos, and this is what I strive for.
You do.
Yes.
You live for moments like this.
I do. If only the section of cheering referees were at that game, that would be what I live for. It's the cheering referee section, along with a team accidentally sending out 5 D-men.
Defensemen.
Yeah, it's not like you're playing a defenseman as a winger, like we've done. And I mean,
we've dressed defensemen for wingers, yeah.
Exactly. And it is Q's team, and he was pretty notorious for that at times.
You can do it.
You can.
But
I don't think he meant to send out 5. And how do you do it accidentally?
Oh, God.
How does this happen?
Mass chaos.
Oh, gosh. So then we get Department of Player Safety.
Oh, boy.
Did you see Chara's cross-check on Gallagher?
I did! To the Adam's apple.
We're gonna watch that again.
Oh, my God. He's gonna decapitate him.
Right to the throat. Chara's a big man.
Jesus Christ.
Chara's a very large ogre.
He's 6'9".
Yes, and he...
the way his head snaps back.
He just double-hand cross-checks Brendan Gallagher of the Montreal Canadiens right in the throat.
Okay, so Gallagher does cross-check him first. But...
You don't cross-check somebody in the throat.
You can't do that.
And he shoves Chara. I couldn't even call that a cross-check.
No, he pushes him with his stick. Yes, technically that's cross-checking. But
sort of. It's roughing.
Okay.
I would call it roughing. I wouldn't even call it anything.
God,
he's just shoving.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see his head snap off. People that are making excuses for Chara because he's tall. No, dude. It's still on you.
You know where your hands are going.
Right. It's on you.
You're 40 years old.
It's a safe and clean hit.
You're not a rookie. You've been around the league long enough.
Absolutely.
You know not to cross-check people in the throat.
You can collapse a trachea that way.
You could.
Oh my God. I'm
sure
surprised
could.
he didn't.
He got fined $5,000.
$5,000.
The maximum allowable under the CBA for cross-checking.
$5,000. That's fucking pocket change to him.
Yep. No suspension. How do you not suspend somebody for cross-checking somebody in the throat?
Oh, but you can't spit on him.
No. You'll get a couple games for that.
Don't even think about spitting at them.
Yeah, you'll get a couple games for that one.
Fucking cross-checking him to the throat.
Cross-check to the throat.
To the throat? The neck.
Yes.
The part of your body that connects your body to your head.
Correct.
Yes.
So I'm scrolling down in my notes a little bit, but this was from today, from Frank Saravelli. Habs head coach Claude Julien fined $10,000 for his post-game
Are you
comments
fucking kidding me?
regarding the officiating on Saturday night.
Oh, how dare anybody say anything bad about the officiating?
Julian called it embarrassing and poorly managed and said, "Tonight we had to beat 2 teams. It was tough."
I mean, I don't know what game he's talking about, but I'm sure the way the officiating's been going this season, he's not wrong.
Probably not. Yeah, so Chara gets $5,000
Fucking ridiculous.
for a cross-check to the throat, and Claude Julien gets fined $10,000
Double
for
the amount.
criticizing
The
officiating.
refs. Wow. Unbelievable.
This league is a joke.
So inconsistent, it's not even funny.
Yep. And then we have our friend Zach Cassian.
Oh god, this happened also on the night of your birthday, right? No?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it did. What else happened on your birthday?
Oh, that's coming.
Oh, that
Yeah,
happened. Okay.
that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know you saw the kick because I saw you tweeting about it.
Absolutely saw
But
the
we're going to
fucking
watch
kick.
it again.
Okay.
So, Zach Cassian and...
This dumbass.
I don't know who the other Oiler
Number
is. Is it
15.
Arcabello?
I have no idea.
Anyways, he takes his skate. So, he is
Down
on the ice with, like, laying on top of his teammate. And
They appear to be tangled. Their
Chernak
legs...
of the Tampa Bay Lightning is kind of holding them down-ish. Sort of.
Ish.
And Zach Cassian takes his knife foot and kicks him in the chest.
Oh my god. Every time I see it, I'm just like, you absolute dumbass.
Yeah. So,
There's fucking blades tied to your feet.
yeah.
And you're kicking dudes in the chest? Imagine if he had slipped
And kicked him in
and
the
kicked
throat.
him in the throat. It'd be a Malarchuk situation. Like,
Yeah. It would.
Can you... Oh, this idiot.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was just instinct. Like, hey, get away from me.
No!
That you have a fucking knife on your foot.
You are not a rookie. Again, like Chara. You've been in this league long enough. You know you have knives attached to your feet.
You can't kick people.
You can't kick people. And thankfully, it looked like Chernak just bounced away. Like, he got kicked in the chest protector, so nothing
Right.
happened. And
But
so
they're not wearing Kevlar out there.
Exactly. So you look at the video, you're like, oh, like, it's fine. Nothing really happened. And then you remember they have knives on their feet.
Knives on their feet. There's no excuse.
No. At all.
Oh, God. It's just disgusting.
And this comes after that whole situation with Kachuk.
Uh-huh.
And now this. And he's just kicking people in the chest.
Oh, you can't fucking do that, bro.
Like, he could have kicked him, like, in the wrist.
Yeah.
He could have kicked him in the throat.
There's
He
been
could have
plenty
kicked
of
him in the
lacerations
face.
on wrists and hands.
Mikheyev.
And everything. Exactly, Mikheyev. There was just... Was it one of our players that was out for like 7 days that got a cut on their hand from a blade? I don't remember.
I don't
who it
remember.
was.
And then Perlini just took one to the face
Yeah,
and almost got
got
his
his
nose cut off.
Yeah. These blades are not dull.
No, they have to be sharp so you can do the things you do on the ice.
Exactly. I just...
Don't kick people.
It's that simple. Just don't fucking kick with knives on your feet.
You shouldn't kick people anyway.
I mean,
but
no.
like, especially with knives on your feet.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. This idiot.
He got 7 games for it.
Okay. I just hate that the league waits for a major injury to really punish something. Like, if he had slipped, if he had kicked him in the neck and fucking decapitated him,
He gets what, 10 games?
Right, that's
Like-
what I'm saying. Like, what more are you gonna do?
Seriously.
Don't kick people with knives on your feet. It's that simple. Just don't.
Yep.
Just fucking don't.
Yep.
And if you do, you need to be kicked out. It's just, I don't know.
Gone for the season. I don't care that nothing happened.
No,
That's not the point.
at all.
It's not the point. Don't kick people with knives on your feet.
That's it.
Ugh!
That's it.
Yep. In other injury news, Erik Karlsson's out for the
Oh,
season.
the poor Sharks.
They don't have their first round pick.
Oh, fuck.
It's in Ottawa.
Oh, no! Big yikes. Oh, my God. That sucks for them.
I believe that was for the Erik Karlsson trade.
It may have been. Oh, no. It came full circle.
Yeah, so what if Ottawa gets the first overall pick and gets Alexis Lafreniere
With their pick.
with San Jose's pick in the Erik Karlsson trade because Erik Karlsson is out for the season. I mean, it's not like they were doing good before this.
Absolutely not.
But, like...
Oh, that sucks.
People around the hockey world knew that whoever was going to sign Erik Karlsson to an 8-year deal was out of their mind. Because as good of a defender as he has been for his career...
Keep talking.
He's breaking down, and he had the ankle injury. He's had a ton of injuries to his lower body.
Right.
And he's not getting any younger.
No.
So, this contract has not been boding well for the Sharks.
Absolutely not.
Thus far. And now he's out for the season. So.
God, that sucks.
I know. I think it was, let's see. I think Sarah Sivian tweeted it, but maybe it was somebody else. I know it was one of the ladies in the hockey world, but she said, whenever I see something about the Sharks, it just keeps getting worse. I was like, yep.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
Speaking of them, did you see Evander Kane got suspended for 3 games for elbowing?
Oh.
Which was... I don't know if I agree with this one. It was a
Was it an elbow?
Call. Like, he didn't hit him cleanly, but I don't feel like it was worth a suspension.
And then Zdeno Chara cross-check somebody in the throat.
Exactly! That was the whole thing. Evander Kane actually released a statement criticizing...
Oh, I did see that.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't see his actual hit.
Yeah, because he got 3 games for this so-called elbow, and Chara got nothing.
Yeah.
He got a fucking
And then there was another hit. It might have been Gallagher, like, before the cross-checking, where he hit somebody against the boards and nothing was called.
Man.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
This league.
There's no consistency whatsoever.
It's ridiculous.
They just do whatever they feel like doing, depending on the player, depending on the team.
Yep.
Depending on... There's just so many variables when it should just be cut and dry.
You would think so, but no.
Ugh.
It's just like the offside reviews.
It's gross.
Or the goaltender interference reviews.
Oh, what even is that?
I don't know. I thought I knew.
Knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. The officials don't know.
No.
The league doesn't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Ugh.
Speaking of people not knowing anything, we travel up to Montreal, and this tweet was from Connor McKenna.
Okay.
And he tweeted this on February 16th, so 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
A day ago? Yesterday. He said, Mark Bergevin says Weber trade is the best move he's ever made.
That was the one for PK, right?
Yes. PK Subban for Shea Weber.
Was it just 1 for 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Since then, the Canadiens have won 2 playoff games in 4 seasons after making the conference final twice in the previous 6.
Oh.
About to miss the playoffs for the 4th time in the past 5 years.
Yeah, but he's got Shea Weber, though, and he can hit that puck hard. Ooh, watch him hit that puck so hard.
Oh my god, I cracked up laughing when I saw this tweet, and it's not even anything against Shea Weber.
No,
but Mark Bergevin is a buffoon.
Good
I
lord.
can't even...
How can you even say that with a straight face?
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's played out better for them than PK going...
But you still got nothing out of it.
Exactly.
Like,
and
you're
then,
not thriving.
Right. And then Weber was injured, and there were a lot of tweets like, oh, his future may be in question, and then I was on NHL.com today, and it's like, oh, Shea Weber might play tonight. It's like, what?
Right, yeah, they were talking about him maybe retiring and screwing over Nashville, right?
Yeah.
And now he just fine and
might
ready to
play
go?
tonight. I don't know if he is playing tonight, but he might have.
Maybe.
Okay, sure. Like, I had a tweet in our notes about how his future might be in question, and then I saw that, and I was like, delete. Yeah, and I had a very rude awakening yesterday when I realized that the trade deadline's coming up.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
I totally spaced on that being a thing.
Not I'm like, it's February.
Usually that's where my head's at. I'm like, oh my god, where's everybody going?
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw tweets about Andy Green, and I was like, is he retiring? Did he retire mid-season? That's weird. He's their captain.
Mm-hmm.
No. he was traded to the Islanders for David Quenneville and a second-round pick in 2021.
Is there relation with this Quenneville?
I don't know.
Also, I thought John Quenneville was Joel's nephew, but
they're
cousins.
like second cousins.
Yeah, at the party the other night, somebody asked him if there was relation. He said, yeah, he's my cousin.
Yeah. Yep.
Weird.
Yeah. But I didn't think Andy Green would ever go anywhere. So the Devils tweeted after the trade, 14 years, 923 regular season games, 50 playoff games, 1 captaincy, immeasurable impact. Only one thing to say. Thank you, Andy.
Damn, can you imagine being traded after that long?
Mm-hmm. Especially to a divisional rival in the island.
Ouch.
From the Devils to the Islanders.
Fucking ouch.
Yeah.
That's not far. That's like the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like them or the Rangers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, no.
I've always liked Andy Green as a player. I always wished that the Hawks could get him for something.
Man.
But alas, now he's on the island. And I don't see the Islanders doing anything of impact in the playoffs, but you never know, because nobody thought St. Louis was going to, and then they did. So that was a thing. Mm-hmm. And then the Devils traded Blake Coleman, too, because they were just on a trading spree yesterday.
They're like, fuck, we were supposed to be good.
They were my pick for the cup! That went horribly wrong.
So bad.
Yeah, so in exchange for Coleman, who they sent to the fucking Lightning, as if they need any more players.
Come on.
The Devils get Nolan Foote and Vancouver's first-round pick, which Tampa got in the JT Miller trade from Vancouver. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, I didn't know anything about Nolan Foote other than his brother also plays for the Lightning. So he was the 27th overall pick in last year's draft in 2019. Okay. He's playing in the WHL for the Kelowna Rockets and has 15 goals and 18 assists in 26 games.
All right.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. And then the Lightning got Blake Coleman, who in 57 games played has 21 goals and 10 assists. So also not too shabby.
No.
Especially for like a third liner.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah. And then Amanda Stein tweeted, Blake Coleman officially traded to Tampa Bay. The New Jersey Devils now have 3 first-round picks.
Just lining them up. Jesus.
In the upcoming 2020 draft in Montreal. There's Arizona's and Vancouver's through the Tampa trade. Add to that 2 fourth-round selections, their own and Boston, and the club's own selection in rounds 5, 6, and 7. Man. So they are just raking in the draft.
Stack up picks. The picks.
Yes. So then we get to what also happened on my birthday. So we were at a concert.
Yes, we were.
For my birthday up in Madison. And it was during the headlining set, which we were not there to see that band, so we were just, scrolling on our phones. And all of a sudden these tweets start coming in about the game between St. Louis and Anaheim being stopped and a medical emergency. And we're like, what the hell? And then it was like a player collapsed. And then like the video starts coming out and Jay Bouwmeester collapsed on the bench. I wish I hadn't seen the video.
Yeah.
But I did. It's not like it was gruesome or anything.
No,
it's just one of those things you don't want to see.
No.
Yeah, so he collapses on the bench. It was during a stoppage in play, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
So all of his teammates were, like, calling for help, and it's, like, emotional just seeing them all freaking out, trying to get help.
Tell it was clearly something very
Something
serious.
Was super wrong, yeah.
Very serious.
And then a little while later, more reports. He's at the hospital. He's conscious. He's able to move his limbs. So you're like, okay, that's good.
That's very good.
Yeah, and then the next day, this is a tweet from Tracy Myers. It says, Armstrong said Bouwmeester had a cardiac episode on player's bench. Became unresponsive. Personnel used defibrillator. Regained consciousness immediately. Bouwmeester doing well, undergoing more tests.
Just the fact that they had to use the paddles, like, on the bench.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, the players, like, flipped over the bench to make room.
Can you imagine being at that game?
No.
Just the dead silence.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was bad choice of words. But, like, no, like, just absolute silence.
Yeah.
And just that feeling of dread.
Because you don't know what's happening.
Nothing, no clue.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know
no
if he just passed out or
right.
if something is really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea. The last time I remember something like this happening was Rich Peverly in Dallas, and it was like the same situation.
Yeah, everybody was comparing it to that.
Yeah. I was at home for that one. I wasn't watching that game. I was watching another one, but I saw it going on Twitter, so I flipped it over, and it was just completely silent. And even the announcers were totally quiet because nobody knew what to say.
Right. They stopped the game. They delayed it for rescheduling.
Yeah, I think I have the...
It's been set up
down
for
there.
like March or something.
Yeah, so on February 14th, they released the news that he got a implantable cardioverter defibrillator.
ICD.
Yes.
So is that like a pacemaker?
I don't know.
I don't either.
But it's a device in his chest to help get his heart rate back to normal and get it to be pumping regularly.
There's no way he comes back, right?
No, it's likely the end of his playing career.
Which I feel like would be a terrible idea to try to come back.
Yeah, just
like,
don't even risk it.
No.
Peverly didn't. I wouldn't. You got your cup last season.
Right, yeah.
It's
not a good way to go out.
It's like it almost makes you happy that the Blues won a cup.
Oh.
I'm glad Bouwmeester got his cup.
There you go.
After being around the league for so long.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that likely spells out the end of his playing career, and that's a horrible way to be forced to quit playing hockey.
You always want people to go out on their own terms, and that's the opposite of that.
Yeah, I believe I had read he signed a 1-year contract for this year and was going to reevaluate at the end of the season whether to continue playing or not, but now you're forced to stop.
Yeah, that sucks all around.
Yeah, and imagine, it was on the dad's trip.
It was, so his dad was there and saw everything, and like, it's good that he was able to be with him at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because they were playing in Anaheim, right?
Yeah, they were in Anaheim.
Yeah. So, like, it's great that he was there, but
at the same time,
sucks that he was there.
The waiting and not knowing.
Oh, God, just all around.
I'm sure they got him down to the locker room as soon as they could.
For sure.
From up in the suites, but not knowing what's going on. And
Oh, just that feeling in your stomach.
Ugh.
I feel it right now, and I know he's okay. And
exactly.
It sucks.
Yeah, not good. So then Elliot Friedman tweeted out the update for the postponed game. And I think this was just released by the league.
Because they were only like 12 minutes into the first period, right?
Yeah. So the postponed game between St. Louis Blues and Anaheim Ducks, originally scheduled for February 11th, but postponed by the NHL due to a medical emergency that occurred at 12:10 of the first period involving defenseman Jay Bouwmeester, has been rescheduled for Wednesday, March 11th at Honda Center, the National Hockey League announced today. As a result, NHL game number 1075 between the Panthers and St. Louis Blues, originally scheduled for Tuesday, March 10th, has been moved to Monday, March 9th. At the Enterprise Center, the Blues and Ducks contest will follow the same 60-minute format of all regular season games, including overtime shootout as necessary, and will begin with the score tied 1-1 as it was at the time of the postponement. So they're basically going to start at 20 minutes, but it's going to be 1-1.
Wait, they're starting
the game over.
From the beginning?
Yeah, but the score will be the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I can't just play like half a first period.
Right.
That would be weird.
What happens if somebody who scored one of those goals gets traded before that game?
Oh, no!
Like, what do you do with that information?
I mean, you'd still have to count it.
Right, but like, what would the score sheet say for the game once it's finished?
They would have to say exactly what it is, who did it, but
that would be so weird.
Just not on that team anymore.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And then Bruce Boudreau was fired in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of flew under the radar with all the other stuff happening.
It wasn't a loud thing.
No.
But...
No, I feel like I woke up to that news.
Possibly.
Like it happened either early or overnight.
I just saw an article at work that said I think he said the firing was bullshit or something
Oh.
like that. Or I just made that up. But I feel like I saw an article that he said that.
Yeah, I feel like I saw that he knew it was coming, but not this early or something like that. I don't know. So he probably did say that. Yeah, and you added a fun fact.
I did.
Last night's Hawks game was the first game of this NHL season with no penalty minutes, and the game was bullshit.
So I heard. I was not watching, but I did see that officiating once again was not.
It was just annoying. I didn't even have anything to say about the officiating. It's
Just this team?
Yeah, there's that. We'll get to that when we get to the IceHogs. So, since we last recorded, the Hawks have played 9 games. No,
7 games.
7 games. I added 2. And they have won one of them.
Oh, ouch. Big ouch.
Yeah, so
But it
February...
was a big win!
Sort of, in a way. February 4th, they lost to the Wild 3-2 in overtime. They got a point. February 5th, they lost to the Bruins 2-1 in overtime, which they should have won that in regulation, and then the officials fucked them over.
You know.
And then February 9th, they lost to the Jets 5-2. On my birthday, they lost to Edmonton 5-3 without McDavid. The day after my birthday, they lost to Vancouver. Fucking Vancouver, 3-0.
Oh, a shutout.
Yeah. On Saturday, they beat the Flames 8-4. What?
They decided to score all their goals that night.
And then yesterday, they lost to the Jets 3-2. And that was the one with no penalty minutes. So, going back to that game in Boston, it was tied 1-1. And then Drake Caggiula scored a goal.
Okay.
To make it 2-1 in favor of the Hawks. But the officials blew the play dead because of a quote-unquote hand pass.
Okay.
Because Murphy nudged the puck with his hand.
Okay.
Then he got a stick on the puck.
Which negates the hand pass, right?
Correct. And then it got to Caggiula. Caggiula ripped it short side. Should have been a goal for the Hawks. But no. The officials blew it dead. And nobody heard the whistle, so they didn't stop playing.
Right.
So, 1-1, go to overtime, Boston scores. So after the game, Chris Cook tweeted, "How did the official explain to Jonathan Toews about the Blackhawks' late goal being disallowed? He said it was his mistake."
Bruh!
Then,
Bruh!
the next day,
Okay.
between Blackhawks Talk and Ben Pope, this is a quote tweet situation here. Blackhawks Talk tweeted out an article about NHL's statement on the controversial call, and then Ben Pope kind of summarized it and said, "Per NHL officiating office, the correct call was made on last night's hand pass because the puck deflecting off Mata's stick..." Oh, it wasn't Murphy, it was Mata, my bad.
Okay, one of the M's.
Yes. "Off Mata's stick after being pushed by his glove does not equate to possession."
Okay.
Interesting ruling.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, please give me your
Hold
thoughts on this.
on.
Yeah.
Touching the puck with your stick now doesn't equate to possession?
No.
Isn't that how you have a puck?
So he was on his belly, and he pushed the puck with his hand,
Okay.
had his stick in the other one, the puck hit his stick and went to Caggiula.
Okay, either way, I don't even fuck about the whole possession thing.
It's just
After
like...
the stick touches it, the hand pass is gone.
Right, it's just like icing. Like, if you hit something, it's not icing.
Right. Or, like, if you score a goal and then they drop the puck, hey, that goal is cemented now.
Yes.
It's the same idea.
Yes.
If you hand pass and then touch the puck with your stick, that's no longer a hand pass.
Correct.
Before anybody else touches it.
So remember how we said earlier that nobody knows what the rules are?
Oh my god.
And how the officials don't even know what the rules are?
Obviously.
So let's just read these tweets back to back again. So, Chris Cook's tweet from February 5th. "How did the official explain to Jonathan Toews about the Blackhawks' late goal being disallowed? It was his mistake.
So he owned up
The
to
official.
it. Yeah.
It was the official's mistake.
He said, my mistake.
My mistake. The wrong call was made.
Mm-hmm.
My fault. Next day, per NHL officiating office,
Fuck off.
the correct call was made on last night's hand pass because the puck deflecting off Mata's stick after being pushed by his glove does not equate to possession. So, the ref said he made the wrong call. The NHL officiating office said they made the right call. Who knows what the fucking rules are anymore? Nobody knows what the rules are.
No one.
Nobody knows. Why
No.
call anything if you don't know what the rules are?
Absolute joke. Absolute joke.
Ah!
Just...
How are you supposed to take anything in this fucking league seriously?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
They charge a guy $5,000 for cross-checking someone in the fucking throat. A ref owns up to making a mistake on a call, and later...
they say, no. It was right.
It was right.
What? Man...
You can't criticize the officiating or you get fined
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah.
This league is a fucking joke. Why do we like this sport?
I don't know.
Nothing about it makes sense.
No, hockey is not logical.
No.
In any way.
At all. They need to make the rules black and white.
Like I said, it should be cut and dry on all of these things.
It should be.
It,
Puck goes out of play. Stoppage.
Yeah.
Drop the puck. That's pretty cut and dry.
It sure is.
You shoot the puck out of your defensive zone, delay a game.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot the puck towards the other end of the ice from behind the red line. Icing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why is this so hard for them to get anything correct?
They just can't do it.
Even with challenges, they can't get shit correct. Because they don't know what the fucking rules are.
No, what was it? Was it goalie interference?
Probably, because nobody knows what goalie
well,
interference
there's also
is.
that. No, I'm thinking about the Panarin shootout goal.
Oh, that one.
That one, where they reviewed it and still said it was a good goal, even though he clearly moved away from the net.
He went backwards. You can't move
You
backwards.
can't do that in a shootout.
You can't move backwards. The puck has to keep progressing towards the net. That is the rule.
That's a cut and dry rule, and they still got that
The
wrong.
puck has to keep going forward. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. What was their reason? Because it went laterally?
Fine. It can
Okay.
go laterally. It can't go backwards. And it went backwards.
Man.
He went around the poke check.
Yeah.
You would have to drag the puck towards you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this league so much.
Just the inconsistency is disgusting.
It is.
Like, how can you...
There's no rhyme or reason.
No, how can you have a league that doesn't know its own rules?
It's clown shoes.
Absolutely.
Utter clown shoes.
Ugh.
It makes me want to bash my head against a wall.
Yes.
Because at least that would make more sense than whenever these idiots try to pull.
Mm-hmm.
In that game, the first game against the Jets on February 9th, Taves picked up the 800th point of his career.
Good for him.
And then they lost.
But he did that.
5-2. But he finally got his 800th career point.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think the Blackhawks are going to make any trades this month?
I feel like they have to do something, right?
Who are they going to get rid of?
I don't know, but whatever.
I need you to lay it down right now. Who are they going to get? I need you to. I need you to.
I don't have the answers.
You need to.
They gotta do something.
Lay down your guess right here.
Something.
Do we
needs
trade
to
a
be done.
goalie?
Oh God. Oh, my chest just froze up.
Who else could we trade? We could trade. I don't know. I guess you could trade a Kajula. I don't know why you
Eric
would.
Gustafson?
Please! I have no faith that this team will trade him, though.
No, they won't. They love him for some fucking reason.
Mm.
I don't have that answer.
But with the returns these seller teams are getting, why would you not jump on this right away?
Do not know.
Teams are throwing around first-round picks like they're candy. Like,
and they love to help out the Blackhawks. So
exactly.
Just capitalize on that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please, somebody take Gus away from me. But you know, whatever team he goes to
Mm-hmm.
is going to win the cup.
Mm.
So we have to see him
Yes.
raising the Stanley Cup.
Oh, God.
It'll
Ew.
be Pittsburgh.
Ew, I'm going to vomit.
It's going to be Pittsburgh.
Stop it right now.
He's going to go to Pittsburgh.
Please stop.
And they're going to win the cup again. Oh, God.
No, you made it worse.
I'm having horror
You
visions.
made it so much worse.
Like, how can we not send him to, like, a Toronto? They're hurting for defense, and by all technicalities, he is a defenseman.
That he is.
That is the position he plays. I didn't say he played it well,
No.
but he does play defense.
That is what he is labeled as.
Yes.
Mm.
Ugh.
I was looking for a specific tweet about Kane because there were a lot of 88s that happened,
Oh, there were.
but I can't find it.
I feel like I also liked that tweet. If they were going to trade a goalie,
Mm-hmm.
which one would it be?
Out of all of them that they possess? Or
Well,
out of Corey
I
and
would say between
Robin?
Corey and Robin, because they're both free agents at the end of the season.
Okay. Well,
Are you gonna just... Okay, so this was tweeted by Christopher Kamka. Patrick Kane, number 88, posted his 88th career 3+ point game tonight. This was February 15th. And is currently 88th on the NHL career points list with 1,010. It's a lot of 88s.
It is that.
Yeah. So yes, if they were going to trade somebody between Corey and Robin, which one?
I don't know. Are they going to give up on Corey?
Or are they
Or
gonna...
are they going to... Okay, I don't like the way that my head just went. Are they going to give up on Corey? Or are they going to go all in on Robin? And those are the same situation, and I don't like that.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Ouch. Well, I did see a rumor that talks between Leonard and the Blackhawks have soured lately. I don't remember who it was.
You said Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it was Puckin Hostel who tweeted that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall, but I'm seeing...
I think I saw that one, but like I said, I turned off...
I'm seeing his Twitter avatar in my brain, so
Okay.
I'm gonna credit him with that tweet, even though it might not have been him. It was either them or Second City Hockey.
Okay.
It's one of the two. So...
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
But Leonard's only, 28?
Yeah.
He's only a year older than us! Jacqueline!
Courtney.
Jacqueline, what is happening? Oh my god, this guy's a millionaire.
Yeah, and I think Tompkins is also 28, isn't he?
Tommy?
I thought.
No.
Look it up right now.
No, Tommy is not 28. What are you talking about?
I thought.
Matt Tompkins is not 28. Matt Tompkins is 25.
Who am I thinking?
I don't know.
Well, that page isn't working.
That's because it was NHL.com. He ain't made it there yet.
Whoops.
Yeah, he's 25.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say,
I don't
what?
know what I'm thinking then. I thought he was older than that for some reason.
No. Oh, God.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what our goalie situation is or what it's going to be or any of the things.
No. But what we do know is a tweet from Ben Pope. And he said, the NBC Sports announces the Blues and Blackhawks game on March 8th in Chicago will be called on NBC Sports Network by an all-female crew.
Ha-ha!
Kate Scott, AJ Molensko, and Kendall Coyne Schofield. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool, Ben Pope.
It is pretty cool because
And it's
that
International Women's Day.
Absolutely. That's so fucking cool.
It is.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
That's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so nice not having to listen to Pat and Eddie call a game. I can listen to a bunch of ladies call it. That's going to be so much better.
Just wonderful.
So much better. Oh.
Hmm.
There's not even an ounce of sarcasm there, even though it probably sounds like it in my voice, but there really
but
isn't.
That's 100%.
Because I am so sick of Pat and Eddie, and I want to hear new voices calling my hockey games.
Please.
Gosh. The Hawks are killing me. Like, who else could they trade? So we have Gus. We have maybe Kajula, just because he's cheap. We have the goalie option.
Right.
which is a bad option, but it's an option. But seriously, if Leonard's not going to re-sign in Chicago, how do you let him walk for nothing?
No, we have to get something for him if he's not.
Exactly.
We have to.
Have to.
You can't let him walk like the Islanders did. You can't.
No.
There's no way we can get nothing for him.
Because it's not like
the way he's been playing?
Yeah, it's not like we're going to get a Varlamov in the offseason. Not that I would want Varlamov, but not a goaltender who could...
Of his caliber.
Yes.
He plays the game well. He's a shitty person.
Yes. But you can't let him walk for nothing. You have to... You have to play hardball at some point. Either are you re-signing or not, because we need to know what to do. And if you're not re-signing...
need to happen.
Yeah.
It's not a shitty thing to give an ultimatum in a situation like this.
Exactly. And if he's not re-signing, they need to give Corey a contract. I don't care if it's 1 year or what. And then find a backup goaltender, whether that be one of our guys in Rockford or somewhere else. Because you can't go into the offseason with 0 goalies.
No!
On your NHL team.
No!
You cannot. So the other options, I guess there's a Brandon Saad. I wouldn't want them to do that, but he keeps scoring.
Possible.
And he's only, I say only lightly, but only making $6 million if somebody's looking for a quality winger.
Yeah.
I don't know what playoff teams would be able to take on that kind of money. But the Hawks, I don't know. I don't think they really even have space to take on a bad contract, but they'll have to figure something out.
Something.
A Connor Murphy. I saw somebody suggesting Duncan Keith.
What?
That's not gonna happen.
No.
Nobody's gonna take a Duncan Keith.
But I mean, if he waived his no move, no trade,
you'd still have to take money back.
Absolutely.
Or retain
he holds
salary.
all of the power there.
Yeah. Even though he's on... It's not one of the best contracts in the league now, but it has been throughout his entire career.
Is this the one that the Dangle crew is always talking about as illegal?
Well, it is illegal, but
why is it
a
illegal?
lot of them are. Because, well, it was legal when it was signed.
Right, yeah.
So before the last lockout, you could sign guys to however long contracts, and you could front load it so they make like $10 million for the first 2 seasons. And then it starts staggering off after that. So by the time they hit the final years of their career, they're only making $1 million cash. So the team is hardly paying anything.
Gotcha.
So then you could trade the contract to a team trying to hit the cap floor. Okay. So technically their cap hit is higher, but they're only paying out $1 million.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So then they introduced the cap recapture because why not in the NHL punish teams for signing contracts that were legal when they were signed, because all contracts or trades have to be approved by the league before they go through.
Yep.
These were approved, but no, now we're going to backtrack because hindsight is 20/20, and this is just out of hand, so you can't do that. So we're going to punish you and make the cap hit higher. This league. Yeah, that's why Hossa was signed until he was like 42.
Right.
And I think Keith's deal was like a 12-year contract when he first signed it. Yeah. The bonkers. Absolute bonkers. So the Blackhawks are broken. Who knows who the hell they could trade? They'll probably end up trading one of our guys in Rockford when they start doing well, so then we start losing
That's
again.
what they do.
Yes. So the Hawks have only won 1 game since we recorded last. The IceHogs have only lost 1.
Yeah, you bolded the wrong team on that last one there.
I did. I bolded Cleveland, and they shouldn't have been bolded.
No, they lost.
No. Yeah, they've only lost 1, which was to San Antonio on the game we did not go to.
Correct. Is that why they lost?
If I would have gone, they would have gotten shut out.
You're not wrong.
Because both of the games that only one of us has gone to this year, they got shut out.
You're right.
One was when you were there, one was when I was there. So I was like, I'm not doing this to myself. I'm not going to go to this game by myself to watch them get shut out. That's not happening.
Not be a good time.
No. And they still lost.
Yeah.
But I went grocery shopping, so at least I was productive. and I got fruit.
I went to a local show for my friend's EP release.
Yes.
And it was a great time.
Good. But the Hogs lost, so that cancels out your good time.
No, I'm so glad I wasn't there.
No, it cancels out your good time. You cannot have fun when the IceHogs are losing.
Okay. All right, I'll take it.
Exactly.
It's fair.
Exactly. I know it's fair. It's why I said it.
Hey, you said you had a good time grocery shopping.
I got fruit.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
But not eggs.
No. I didn't get eggs that time. I didn't get eggs today. And so I'm out of eggs.
Well, go get some eggs tomorrow.
Maybe I will. I ain't going out tonight. It's already 10:22. I'm not going shopping for eggs at 11.
Go get your damn eggs.
No! Get eggs tomorrow.
You're gonna forget.
Probably. But we'll be at the IceHogs game tomorrow. I'll get it after the game.
You could do that.
Yeah.
We used to get ice cream after games. Now you can go get eggs.
That's a little different.
Egg discourse!
Are we turning this back into a food podcast?
No!
Yeah, so the IceHogs have only lost one game.
Which is great!
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, because for the longest time, until February 4th even, they were sitting on 3 wins since Christmas.
I think that's what we talked about, is how they lost like 16 of 19 games.
Yeah.
And now they're just...
Yeah, we were hoping for good news, and we got that. Yeah. Do we need to just randomly disappear at times, and then the IceHogs win? Like, I don't...
I mean, I'll take a week off if it means the
Seriously.
The IceHogs are gonna do well.
Yeah. And this tweet was from yesterday, I believe. No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Ooh.
From John Dietz. He said, this was a nice little summary after the last game. Rockford IceHogs won for the 5th time in 6 games. Dylan Sekura on a 10-game point streak, 4 goals, 9 assists, and John Quenville has 5 goals in last 8 games. Last 2 goals tonight came from defenseman Ian McCoshen, acquired from Panthers earlier this season. Assist on the second goal to Colin Delia on his bobblehead night.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted him to get the shutout so bad.
Me too.
Oh, I wanted it.
But alas.
They scored 1.
They did. I feel like it was a crap goal,
It was a weird goal.
Oh, yeah, he was just, like, floating out.
Yeah, we watched the replay, like, what was even happening there?
Like, nobody was doing what they were supposed to be doing.
No, everybody was out of position.
Yeah. Wasn't it the guy who scored, like, his second goal?
Because I was like, that's why he's so happy.
That's why he was so happy, when we were already up, like, 4-0 or 3-0 or something.
Something like that. I don't know. But he scored his second of the season, so he was, like, super pumped.
Yeah, he was acting like he just won the Calder Cup or something.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
We're only saying that because it's...
I know.
If it was somebody on our team, was like, fuck yeah!
Yeah, celebrate that goal! And then we had the post-game meet and greet afterwards.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was a good time.
I feel like it was a little more, I won't say structured, because it's not.
No.
I just feel like it was a little easier to... Maybe just because the guys kind of hung out in a corner mostly.
Yeah.
When usually they're roaming a little more.
True.
And you gotta kind of follow them around and be like, hey, wait, can I get a picture or sign something?
And they actually had like a little lounge set up for the wives and girlfriends.
Yeah. There was a whole girlfriend section.
There was. Yeah, we got to chat with Kevin Lonkanen, which was fun.
Always fun.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
He's a little chatty goalie.
Yeah, I like it.
I know. And he said that he should be hopefully coming back soon. And then we got to talk to Dmitry Osipov about fighting.
Oh my god, he's the best. I love him so much.
He's cracking me up.
He's funny.
He's also a chatty dude.
Yeah, he's
hilarious. He is. Yeah, last year when we had the post-game meet and greet, he told me that he liked playing for the IceHogs more than the Wolves. And I was like, good.
Hell yeah. I like this guy.
And now this year he wants to try to get in more fights, but nobody wants to mess with him because he's so tall.
Like 6'4".
Yeah. And then there was Colin, and he's always so sweet.
He's just great.
Yeah. It's a good time.
What else did we talk to?
Talked to Gilby a little bit.
Gilby,
Dennis
Nick
Gilbert.
Mutry.
Yeah. You asked him how it felt to be called a barn animal by
Because
Colin.
Colin Delia said that in one of the intermission games.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
They're always super nice.
Food was good.
It was. They had some chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
Fresh fruit.
Yeah. I like some naked wings.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's always better than when they have sauce on them, in my opinion. I just like naked wings.
If they have bones, yes. If they are boneless,
Fair.
sauce them.
Well, then it's just like a chicken nugget.
No.
Oh.
We are not going to have this argument.
I'm saying if it is a boneless wing with no sauce, it's like a nugget. It's a chicken nugget. It is a crispy chicken nugget.
A crispy nugget, maybe.
It's a crispy nugget.
I'm just saying we're not on the train of calling boneless wings chicken nuggets here.
If they ain't got
they
sauce,
are not the same.
if they don't have sauce on them,
How many food arguments can we get?
they're some straight up chicken nuggets.
I don't.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. You're wrong for calling me wrong. If a boneless wing doesn't have sauce on it, it's a nugget.
It may be a nugget of chicken, but it's not a chicken nugget.
It's a chicken nugget.
Absolutely not.
What's the difference?
Look at it. Is that a chicken nugget?
What do you mean look at it?
Fucking
Tell
look
me,
at it!
Tell me what the difference is.
You can tell by looking at it. Is that
How?
a chicken nugget? No, that's a boneless wing.
How?
What do you mean how?
How?
Nuggets have a very clear look to them.
Do they?
Yes, absolutely. From any restaurant. You can look at it and be
What
like,
about
oh, that's a
chicken
nugget.
tendy?
A chicken tendy? That's different.
Chicken tendy.
Chicken
What if it's a
tendy.
short chicken tendy?
It could be a tiny
That's
chicken
a goddamn
tendy.
boneless
It's
wing.
not a fucking
That's
nugget,
a
though.
boneless wing.
But it's not a nugget.
At the end of the day, it's just a fucking chicken
Yes.
without any goddamn sauce on it.
Absolutely.
It's all nuggets and wings and shit.
They're different things.
But if you add the sauce, it's a boneless wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not a nugget without the sauce.
Yeah, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, it's a nugget.
It's a tiny
It's a
tendy.
chicken nugget.
It's a tiny tendy.
You're a tiny tendy. God damn it.
We get heated over chicken here. Hear it from center.
It's a chicken nugget.
It's not.
It's a chicken nugget.
It's simply not.
It is.
But it's not.
A
though.
boneless wing without sauce is a chicken nugget.
False.
No.
Hard disagree.
No. It's a crispy nugget.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what else did the Hogs do? Did
They
do
signed
anything?
Garrett Mitchell to a PTO.
Yeah, they did. He's been pretty good.
Yeah. He played in the ECHL for the Reading Royals and had 40 games played with 10 goals and 19 assists. And so far with the Hogs, he's got 5 games with 2 goals and 1 assist. But I feel like he's been noticeable.
I agree.
Yes.
We also released Ben.
We did.
Oh, that's
Ben
what you're
Yates.
scrolling
It's,
to.
it's
right
the
here.
next thing on my
I'm
list.
sorry. I'll just shut the fuck up and let you do the podcast.
Good. Go eat some goddamn nuggets.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Ah! In 17 games with the IceHogs, Ben Yates had 7 assists. And he also played as a winger, even though he's a
He
defenseman.
did.
And I wasn't really sure why we let him go.
No.
I thought he'd stick around.
Yeah.
Because they used him in pretty much every situation. He was on the
did.
power play.
He wasn't
Some
bad.
penalty kill. No, he was just a defender.
He was there.
I feel like he could have been a body, but I was looking up his points, and I think he went over to Sweden. So I don't know if he just
Oh.
wanted to go play
Maybe
overseas.
He just wanted to leave. I don't know.
Yeah. And then in injury news today, Scott Powers tweeted about it and said Derek King said Kurashev is still likely out for another week or so, Vadine around that timetable, and Chris and Mutri are ready to return. Lankinen will be examined again tomorrow. King was hopeful he wouldn't be out long.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen Kurashev at all this season.
No,
He keeps
he's been
getting
out
injured.
for a while.
Yeah, same with Vadine, which
Yeah.
really sucks.
But he is good when he's out there.
Yeah, and so is...
I like watching him.
So is Kurashev, but
Yeah.
it's his first year pro, and so he wasn't, like, super noticeable to begin with, and then injuries have just, like, derailed his season, so...
Yeah, but I still like him. Like, I want to see him out there.
Me too. Do you want to get in another argument?
Oh, God, what
I don't think it'll be an argument, but you'll get heated about
am I
it.
gonna yell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, aren't I?
Yeah, you're gonna yell.
Oh, I'm gonna
It's
yell.
your turn.
Get ready for me to yell.
You're in the spotlight now. Oh, there's an angry face on here and everything. I didn't see the
I have
angry
a bone
face.
to pick with Lucas Carlson. Okay? He's one of our defensemen.
Is this a bone-in chicken wing?
Oh my God, Courtney.
Or is it a nuggie?
I don't know. I just know.
If you pick a bone.
If I pick it.
If you have a bone to pick.
It had to have a bone originally, right?
Well, so does a boneless wing. They just cut the part that...
took the bones out.
So if you have a bone to pick...
Don't you dare call it a chicken nugget.
It's a chicken nugget.
It's not.
It's a chicken nugget.
It's not.
You got a chicken
nugget. I got
nugget.
a tiny tendy to pick with Lucas Carlson.
You got a chicken nugget to pick with Lucas Carlson. I'm going to need you to throw some nuggies at him next game.
Anyway, this man.
I'm ready to hear the nuggie. I'm just going to lay down.
You've heard it.
Oh, I do, because I have to sit next to you.
Yeah, you do. And you have noticed just how...
Well, yeah, you put it in my brain.
Okay, but didn't
And now
you
I
see
just
it?
got little chicken nuggies flying around my head.
He's not good. He makes stupid mistakes at the worst times. And it just... he's becoming like Mark McNeil to me.
Oh, no.
It's reaching useless territory, and I hate it. I don't have anything against him as a person. I'm sure he's great. I don't think we've ever really talked to him.
I don't believe so.
But
I didn't even see him at the post-game party.
I think he was sticking with the rest of the Swedes.
I don't know. I didn't see him with
He
Jacob
wasn't with Timmy?
or Timmy.
I thought he was with Timmy.
No, that was Jacob.
No,
Yes,
I know what Jacob looks like.
Well, I know,
I thought they were
but-
all three in a little group.
Well, I didn't see him.
I don't know.
Either way. He's
Either
probably
way.
eating some nuggies.
You mean boneless wings?
No!
They did not have nuggies at that party.
They didn't have sauce?
There was sauce on the side.
But one on the nuggies?
No.
It would have been.
Okay, anyway, Lucas Carlson is terrible, alright? I fucking hate seeing him out on the ice. Every time I see him out there, I'm like, wow, something's gonna go wrong. And then guess what? It does. Like, the first play of the game on Saturday, he was a starter, okay? And the first play, they lose the puck, and it goes to... Who are they playing? The
Cleveland.
Moose? Cleveland, you're right. Yeah, Cleveland. They were playing Cleveland. And Cleveland got the puck. And the next thing you know, you look down at Colin, and Lucas is laying on him out of the net. Like, he just laid down on him and took him away from the net. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
He was trying to ride Colin into the sunset.
That's not how this works. I don't know, man. Every time I see him out there, he's turning it over, he's losing it, he's not keeping it in the zone where it needs to be. Every move he makes, I'm like, God, I want you to do well. And somehow, he's getting the numbers because he keeps getting assists. And he scored a goal. What game was it?
I think it was the game we weren't... It was
one of the away games.
It was the 12th. It was the day after my birthday.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, he scored a goal.
And I had to make sure to retweet that. So you
saw
it.
I saw it. I saw the original tweet.
I had to make sure.
Yeah, like I said, reaching Mark McNeil levels.
I don't want to get in fights with people about this guy.
I absolutely do not want that either.
Because I got into a lot of fights about Mark McNeil.
Because everyone was out to say it's all about the numbers.
No!
The eye test is real, people. If you can't pass the eye test, the numbers don't mean shit.
That was back when the IceHogs were bad, before they got good, before they were bad again.
Yes.
And
this
so
was
they
like
were
2016-ish.
It was the last Ted Dent year.
It was that.
So somebody has to score points on a bad team.
Uh-huh.
And it was him.
It happened to be Mark
And
McNeil.
so everybody liked him, and I was like, guys, no!
Just fucking watch him play.
Just
like,
watch. The puck dies on his stick.
This is what's happening with Lucas Carlson.
Well, the play doesn't even get to his stick because it bounces over
past it. Yeah. Man.
He can never hold the zone at the blue line.
No, I'm telling you, he loses it every time.
Every time.
And then every once in a while, he'll make a save, and it's like this big, huge thing to me. Like, oh my God, Lucas kept it.
Mm-hmm. Or he'll shoot the puck and it'll just hit a shin pad.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to be Duncan Keith.
It's not working.
No. He doesn't have the defensive side.
No, you need that in order to be Duncan Keith.
Yeah.
Duncan Keith is effective.
Can we throw some
Lucas
nuggies
Carlson
at him?
oh my God, Courtney.
What? You said you had a bone to pick.
I do.
Take the bone out, you got a chicken nuggie. As long as there's no sauce. If there's sauce, you got a boneless wing.
Courtney, I'm done.
I'm just saying.
I'm finished with this argument, but
I
need Lucas Carlson to go away.
Where?
Not here.
Where should he go?
He can go straight to Stockton.
Stockton's leaving.
That's the point.
Can you take Gus with him?
Please!
Calgary can have Gus. That's fine. I just think it's funny that
I just think it's funny how.
Yeah.
Continue.
I think it's funny how Calgary's AHL team might be moving to Colorado when Colorado beat them in the playoffs last year. It's like a really big middle finger to them.
Yeah, everything's kind of full circle, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of Colorado, we didn't even talk about the outdoor game they had.
Oh, right. That clusterfuck.
Yeah, where somebody died?
Yeah.
That one?
What did he do? Fall off a bridge? Or...
Something. Yeah.
Yikes.
So the traffic was so bad, people were stuck in it for hours.
They didn't get there until after the second intermission.
Yeah, and then trying to leave, there were no ride shares, like no Ubers, no Lyfts.
I mean, if you
so people were walking miles.
If you have a game at a military base, you have to expect that there's not going to be cell service.
Right.
In that regard,
and also
you can't set up an Uber or a Lyft without cell service.
And also, they're just not allowed near the arena.
Right.
And so, I don't know what they were thinking when they set up this event in this arena. But it was a cluster fuck.
Just a real...
And they ran out of beer.
As they did
and food at Notre Dame when we went.
Yeah, for the Winter Classic.
They didn't run out of beer. They ran out of food.
They did run out of beer.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember that's all that was left when we finally got up there was beer.
Man.
And then the random hot dogs they were gouging from somewhere. And they probably like.
So, hey, we got 6 hot dogs.
They found the ones that they had dropped on the floor or something. Didn't matter. I was so hungry at that point. I was like, give me the floor dog. I'll take the floor dog and a beer. Oh.
Yeah, they even ran out of soda and everything.
Yeah.
Like they had nothing.
How do you...
We got to the front of the concession line at the Winter Classic, and they were like, we don't have anything.
Fuck you mean? I've been standing in this line for 2 hours. How do you not have anything?
Unbelievable.
How
do you fuck it up that bad?
You have over a year to plan for this.
Exactly.
You know how many people are going to be there.
Like, it's going to be a big thing.
Prepare!
Fucking buy soda! Just buy the syrup! It's cheap as fuck!
Seriously, buy hot dogs! Hot dogs!
Hot dogs!
Go to GFS. You could probably buy a bunch of them for like $2.
Right! Oh my god. I don't understand how they keep flubbing outdoor games like this.
Me either.
Like, I understand they're not happening at regular NHL arenas, but, like, fuck, you know.
At least have them at, like, NFL stadiums or something. Even though when we went to the preseason game at Soldier Field, they ran out of food. So who the fuck knows anymore? I don't know. Nobody knows the rules. Nobody can stock food. Everything's a mess. Why do we like sports?
I don't know. But I love the IceHogs.
Yeah, with that being said, the IceHogs are winning. Sports suck. It's been an hour and a half. I hope that makes up for missing last week. We'll have something else to scream about next week.
We always do.